if you have a question, I would just request you to kindly do a show of hands and we will be answering all of them. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hello, myself Babita from Times Global News. My question is, India is one of Malaysia's important growth market. What are your expectations from Indian market for 2026?
Okay, for India market, honestly, early this year, we are targeting 2.1 million because after visa free, the numbers are very encouraging. We touched 1 million in 2024, and 2025 we touched 1.5. So I give challenge to my officers and also my good friend both to target for visit Malaysia year 2026, the end we must target 2.1 million. And suddenly the war hit. So they asking me, boss, you want to reduce the numbers, whatever? No, I'm very trustful with my Indian friend. They will make up the numbers. So still I'm maintaining the target 2.1 million. And honestly, for India market, we already talked several meetings. We want to have more new product for India market, more new experience for the India market, for them to explore more in Malaysia. Like Ms. Ayanti mentioned, it's not only Kuala Lumpur, Langkawi and Penang. We want to explore more the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia, the Borneo side, Sabah and Sarawak, which has a lot to offer to all the Indians market. I hope answer really question.
Thank you, sir. My next question is, what specific step is Tourism Malaysia taking to attract more Indian visitors beyond Kuala Lumpur and Langkawi?
Okay, that's why, especially for example, this time around, for Mumbai office alone, they are targeting do Chalo Malaysia program. So inside this Chalo Malaysia program, Let's Go Malaysia, they have many other products, not only Kuala Lumpur and Langkawi, not only Kuala Lumpur Genting. They have a lot of, like I mentioned earlier, East Coast product, Sabah and Sarawak. That's how we promote Malaysia. Then, so that we can introduce more new product to the India market. Maybe two of my friends will answer more detail. Hold on.
I think just to add on to the Director General's answer, there is a lot more to Malaysia that hasn't been explored, I think, by the Indian market in general. Some of you may have heard of our East Coast states. We have some beautiful islands on that side. There are also some very nice pristine beaches even on the mainland, right? And it's not very far away. It's either a simple connecting flight, or for those who are a little bit more adventurous, there are programs and itineraries that can take you through the central region of Malaysia to your onward destination on the East Coast. But if it's sun, sea, sand, a bit of peace, and really being able to connect with the local culture, the East Coast is perfect, right? Then of course you also have the east side of Malaysia, so you've got Sabah and Sarawak. Those two states offer a plethora of new activities, and I understand that a lot of the younger Indians are also very active, as much of the younger generation is globally. So it offers a lot in terms of back to nature experiences, a little bit of adventure tourism, and there are even, for those who are a bit braver, some extreme sports activities that are also available. Diving is it's a diver's dream in Sabah, especially on the east side of Sabah, close towards the Philippines. We've got fantastic places like Sipadan, which is a World Heritage recognized site, UNESCO site. And even down for Sarawak, they have a lot of those natural attractions as well. And the cities themselves, after many years, is beginning to evolve, right? And you get a very nice blend in any of these cities that you go to of the modern and the traditional cultures, So for Indian tourists especially, you do not really have to worry about your comforts, your basic needs and comforts. They are available throughout Malaysia. Again, connectivity is very good, and we do believe that there are a lot of other attractions, activities that will also appeal to the Indian market.
Product in Malaysia for Indian tourists is very appealing. There are lots available. I think that we give you some example. The focus very much into KL, then the Highlands, which is the hill station. Then they have to take another flight to go to Penang or Langkawi. After Langkawi had a direct flight from Bangalore, the numbers increase much further. So connectivity plays a very important role. Then Chennai Penang came in direct flight. Just about 10 days ago, we had a group direct from Chennai, 120 people Nippon Pay, inside the group, only Penang. They didn't even go to KL or anywhere else. Came to Penang and went back to Penang. So there is requirements are there, but just because of connectivity, the moment they go to KL, touchdown, they say, okay, we already in KL, might as well as KL. That's what I feel as an operator. We've been doing 28 years Indian market. But what product we have in terms of food, in terms of culture, in terms of transportation, value for money destination, value for money hotels, which is available across the country. Sabah Sarawak is one where the whole industry we are trying to promote to the Indian market. Tourism Malaysia also, every now and then they will see me, they will tell me the same thing. Must do something Sabah Sarawak. We also do fan tours for travel agent to familiarize with other destinations. I think early this year we did 40 agents from Kerala. They went to Kodakinamal for 2 days, then come to KL and came back, which they say is wonderful to visit. But connectivity become 2.5 hours for Kuala Lumpur. Well, a little bit negative. I think this is something which we are talking, whether any airline can operate into Kodakinamal directly, which will speed up the promotion there. And we also had a group of, we regularly have association, we do fan tours for particularly the Indian market with travel association like the Kerala one for Thai, Kerala chapter, we did one for Tamil Nadu chapter, we did one for North India, which they went to Langkawi and Penang, so Langkawi and KL. And there's one we did just about a month ago with Sligo Tourism, which the Sligo state is where Kuala Lumpur surrounding state is Sligo, the airport is in Sligo. So together with Tourism Malaysia, the state tourism body and the travel association, we normally create this kind of fan tours in order for them to get more opportunity to promote other part of Malaysia. But at the moment, still, yes, I agree, 70% is only in KL side. Slowly it's going, but I'm very confident, surely.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kohilika from T3 Magazine. Malaysia is not any new destination for Indian travelers and of course the globe. So I wanted to ask, since your H1 international arrival numbers have been quite promising and you are, spearheading the international tourism arrivals in terms of the Southeast Asian region. And recently, ASEAN and China bilateral conversations has also happened in Malaysia. So how do you see, the growth numbers picking up for the next term? And also what sort of specific India and Malaysia bilateral ties are looking towards, the upcoming year, and any specific strategies, because you have signed an MOU with China as well in terms of, having more two-way connections. So what's there for India? And of course for the growth numbers, what factors do you credit to? What are you doing right in comparison to the other destinations in the Southeast Asia region that the arrival numbers are quite promising? Thank you so much.
Yes, to answer your questions, especially for the bilateral ties between India and Malaysia, I think our Prime Minister will visit India soon. So a lot of MOU we will sign, and one of it is tourism. One of it is tourism. And number two, they will visit 3 cities. Our Prime Minister will visit 3 cities. And I'm very sure between India and Malaysia, there will a lot of MOU and also a lot of collaboration they will do. And besides that, also Tourism Malaysia itself, in order to make it the connectivity to connect India and Malaysia. So we already talked a lot with the Indigo Air, for example, to have more connectivity other destination than the main one. For example, maybe from other city in India coming to different city in Penang or Langkawi, or maybe Kota Kinabalu, like what Dato' Arun mentioned, because the demand is there, but now there are no connectivity. Okay, what will make tourism in Malaysia for Indian market, especially to do. That's why I always urge our tourism operators to have a new product, to have a new experience, like I mentioned earlier, to be introduced to the Indian market. Because for example, like niche, women tourism, sometimes I saw a group of only women young Indian woman traveler, they come with the group, all women. See, the guide told me, boss, this is woman tourism. You see, they have their own itinerary, different type of product they want to see. Sometimes they go to high end, sometimes they want to enjoy the street food. Okay, so that's why I said if we know our target market well, I think it will answer your first question, that to achieve the numbers that we want. So the niche market is very important. Sometimes we want to do sport tourism, especially F1, even though it's a Bahrain F1, but we held in Malaysia. And a lot of motorsport lovers coming from India also. I heard booking coming from India is increasing from 1,000 tickets they requested as for yesterday. So which means it's coming. Then we have MotoGP coming soon during November. That one already 5,000 pack already confirmed coming from India, but different booking. Yes, that's why we have focused niche and more niche market in order for us to get more numbers. Yes, besides the normal things like weddings, MICE market, it always continue. We have 1,000 of MICE group coming to Malaysia. Of course, Poli is Langkawi, Penang is popular. These two destinations, and also Langkawi, Penang and Kuala Lumpur is popular among the MICE destination. So if everybody play their role, we will achieve what we target at the end of the year. Okay, Nigel?
I think to add to that also, there are other aspects of the market that the Indian corporate markets especially could be interested in. Malaysia sits at a very nice price point, right, between countries like Singapore, for example, and even Thailand. So in terms of connectivity, yes, we do have good connectivity. We could do with more, of course. But what we would like to look at is to encourage, especially the corporate sector of India, to consider Malaysia as a venue for their meetings. Now, this is actually one of the new popular trends worldwide, where meetings are held in small groups, normally the C-suites and above, or management level corporate groups who need a place to go to, sit down, do a bit of powwow, strategize, reorganize, and do it in a place where all the modern facilities are available, suitable for the corporate customer, yet at a rate that is highly affordable, right? Even for companies, regardless of size. So that is going to be one future market that we think should be developed in India. The second thing, of course, as the DG has also mentioned, Malaysia is also actually quite famous for sporting events. I was told yesterday night that there is a bit of a lack of accessibility in terms of golf courses here in India, and Indians love to play golf. So Malaysia, for example, is one of those destinations. There are plenty of golf courses available in very beautiful scenic places, all very accessible. It is also one of the places where a lot of international events, besides motorsports, are being held. We have the famous Tour de Langkawi. We have multiple Ironman events running throughout the country. Recently, pickleball has become extremely popular, and we have seen a lot of traction there in Kuala Lumpur and the other states. Maka, for example, organized pickleball Grand Slam in Kuching last year, and we had some of the top Indian players come to contest and compete in Kuching, Sarawak. And so sports tourism is not just a niche product for us. The infrastructure is there, it is available. The authorities are well versed in these kinds of events. And one thing we would probably like to see is to perhaps encourage some of the Indian companies or event organizers to consider Malaysia as one of those sporting destinations as well.
Okay, just to answer the first question. India is still a core member in ASEAN. Okay, it's not just because it's in China we have neglected. India has a very strong presence in ASEAN. In Malaysia, there is even an association called ASEAN and India Business Community Chamber, which is our local Indians are heading with it. And the other good example I would give you, two large countries, visa will always a problem, which is China and India. Where I think some of you, if it goes back to some people in the industry, not long ago, 3 years ago, we had a lot of issues on visa, Indian to come to Malaysia. Process slow, rejection high, people go to airport, don't get visa, all these problems were there. But these two countries, Malaysia, made visa free, not just application. You don't have to apply, you just come to the airport, you give your thing, whatever document they ask you, it's free. That showed the commitment of Malaysia over the Indian market. You know, visa relaxation does not come from Ministry of Tourism. Am I right to say that? It comes from Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs is the government, I cannot speak on behalf of the government. So, it comes from Ministry of Home Affairs. And for Ministry of Home Affairs in many countries, they are not worried about tourism so far. Security, priorities are different. But in Malaysia, this Home Affairs keep visa free to these two large countries for the last 2 years plus, and which expected to extend next year as well. We have made request to the Ministry of Tourism through him office. We are trying to get this approved for next 1 or 2 years again. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you throw some color on the holiday packages starting from 11,000? Are these corporate or individual packages?
To answer that, if I may share on the slides of our current campaign, just running, starting 10th of August. It is Chalo Malaysia campaign with packages starts from 11,000 rupees. This is direct to consumers. And how we are getting this done through our DMC partner, the Indian DMC partner. Packages, we have special packages, not only Kuala Lumpur, we have targeted also this time to Cameron Highland. That is not new to Indian or even to other travelers, but this is one of the destinations that we are putting for this Chalo Malaysia campaign. The brand and visibility of this Chalo Malaysia campaign in Mumbai, because yes, of course, this is initiated from our Mumbai office. We work with Mumbai Metro Line 1 or the Blue Line, the metro train, for the external and internal branding of the train. We have put up our content and footages of Malaysia in ideally is actually for the branding and also tactical communication. Throughout the branding and awareness, we urge or to create demand for the commuters. I come to understand that it is almost 500,000 commuters daily commute between Versova, Andri and Dakopan. And these are the target travelers or the community that coming from corporate sectors, entrepreneurs and also families and young urban travelers, of course. And between our collaboration with our local partners, these have come out, and this campaign will last for until September. Why we choose this third quarter of the year for the campaign is during the festive season, of course. We come to understand also the Indian travelers, besides having the festival in India, there are some also travel abroad. And due to the awareness of our Visit Malaysia campaign 2026-2027, we take this opportunity as branding awareness. And this is our first time in India to do this branding using this train. You have seen Malaysia, for example, in London, we have run our London taxi, London bus.